I served as a United Nations peacekeeper in North Africa. I served also in Operation Enduring Freedom. So it was May 30th, 2004. I was a lieutenant colonel. I was assigned as the training advisor to the Royal Saudi Air Force. And another lieutenant colonel and I had driven from Riyadh to Dhahran on Saturday, May 29th, for a meeting that was going to happen the next day. So Sunday is their Monday. So the first day of work, we drove down the night before. The next morning, we were preparing for a meeting. We stopped in a little coffee shop and inside of a compound that we were on. And the next thing we know, some security guy said, "Hey, the compound's under attack." So, and it was just a third country national, leaned in the door of the restaurant and just said it to his coworker who was behind the coffee bar. And because you're in an environment where people are dressed in all sorts of uniforms and things you don't recognize necessarily, and I wanted to know who the bad guys were. So they said, "Just go back to the coffee shop and wait. We'll take care of it." And I thought, no, that's not going to work. So I went back and grabbed my partner. Well, all of us got down into the center of the courtyard. I got to the gate, put my right hand on the gate, and a guy opened fire on me from a window above and behind me. He was firing an AK at full automatic, and the first bullet came by my ear. And I remember hearing this like bee sound. And it came by my ear, and then I started feeling the pain. The hit me in the palm of the hand, or in the meaty part of my hand, in the thigh, and the side, and in the back, and hit me on the side of the arm. So, with the sound of gunfire, I just spun around and dove to the ground, and then I called in our position, called in what I knew, and they said, "Okay, just hang on. We're gonna send a rescue force to get you." So it was 2 hours that I was there, and the guy who shot me was, I don't know, 20 feet away, and by now, I mean, my shirt is soaked with blood. And I thought for an instant, okay, this is it. And then he called my name. So he told me, he said, "Go to the gate." And I said, "No, I'm not." And he said, "Go to the gate." And I knew it was locked because when the guy opened fire, I had gotten the locked feeling when I pushed the handle down. So unless the gate was unlocked, I knew I couldn't go that way. So I told him no. And then finally I said, "Okay." He said, then he started pointing the other way. So I ran out, kind of ran low across this broken glass in a window that was shot out. And then I got through this portal, and then these two guys grabbed me and they put me in an ambulance, and I was off to the hospital. They killed 27. They beheaded several people inside the compound below us. And they had attacked another compound earlier in the day. But it was like a rat in a box, or like a bank robbery. The police show up. The first thing to do is surround the building. Well, the people inside are not trying to get out. Yeah, well,
Dramatic.
yeah, so I was awarded the Purple Heart, and then I got a Bronze Star for Valor for my actions that day, even though I was unarmed. So I'm pretty proud of that. I mean, I think every service member wonders, what will I do when I'm under fire? How will I behave, And I was pleased that it worked out as well as it did.